Now, I'm somebody that's worked for a couple of corporations in the past, and you could say, yeah, they were at the bottom levels, But whenever you work for a corporation, and any of you that have ever worked for a corporation know some of the things that I'm going to talk about here. When you're working at this level and you see certain decisions passed down, you're like, what in the blue fuck were they thinking? What the hell is going through their thought process? Obviously, somebody that is so removed and out of touch from the process and the reality of the world made this decision and is sitting up there in their corporation office going, snarf, that's a good idea, snarf. It's sad. It's pathetic. It's really pathetic when you see the salaries and bonuses and golden parachutes given to these corporate executives and CEOs for far too often not delivering, far too often not really having to do anything whatsoever. And that's just a fact. That's the reality of the world, especially in capitalist America today. Now, me as a WWE fan, I sometimes come across as very cynical. And I should be. And that's how I do come across, because that's how I am. Every once in a while, though, I do find myself trying to still be stuck in wrestling fan mode and not wanting to believe certain things about the company to be true. And the reason is because I still have that hope that they know they're not as good as they can be or how good they've been before, and that they're striving to improve and that they're striving to get better and they want to be what they've been before. I now realize once and for all that the WWE does not care. They're okay with being mediocre. They're okay with having a certain level of success, but not striving to get any better. And what I heard this week clearly indicates that. The WWE, who has a television audience domestically that has declined more than 50% over the past decade, with stagnant and declining pay-per-view buy rates, merchandise sales that are okay, but not nearly as impressive as they should be, especially in today's day and age with the delivery methods that you have of the internet and everything else, they've decided to promote a bunch of people. They've decided to throw out a bunch of ropes and say, you know what, here, grab a hold. Rise up the corporate ladder because you fucking deserve it, even though you clearly don't. This is yet another clear-cut example of the WWE just being another freaking American corporation that does nothing but reward mediocrity and reward being a part of the group, being a part of the clique, or being born into the family. Nepotism, if you will. Look at this. Stephanie McMahon. Oh, she's done a great job over the past decade or so being very involved in the day-to-day operations of the creative process, being in charge of the creative process that we're going to promote her as. How is the philosophy of booking and television writing, of bringing in soap opera writers and TV writers and comedians and non-wrestling people to write your fucking wrestling sports entertainment shows, how does that work for you? How does that work for your television ratings? How does that work for your pay-per-view buys? How does that work for your merchandise sales? And your overall, in general, mainstream exposure, name recognition, and appeal? It hasn't. So, of course, she's a part of the family. We're going to fucking promote her. Triple H, she's been much more involved over the past couple of years with the WWE developmental process in particular and talent relations as a whole. How has that worked? I don't think it's worked all that particularly well. So, fuck, we're going to make him in charge of the day-to-day creative process of the WWE, reporting directly to Vince McMahon, who still, by the way, is in charge of everything. Everything's got to run through him. Did anybody in the WWE ever think in the frickin' corporate board or Vince McMahon himself ever realize that maybe he's the actual real problem? You promoted George Barrios. Oh, wonderful. You promoted Kevin Dunn to, oh, he's the executive producer. What has Kevin Dunn done? I'll tell you what Bugs Bunny's done. I've watched my television audience decrease by more than 50% over the past 10 years. I think this is really good. And I get so tiresome of people like the Slug Guy coming on the internet and talking shit about me, even though I clearly deserve it. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with the WWE? You're promoting all of these people. This is what you're doing. You're rewarding mediocrity. You're making just enough money to pay your dividend to your stockholders. You're actually paying out more in dividends than you are in terms of making a profit. So that's not good. Eventually, that's going to be a problem. Your television audience continues to dwindle domestically. Your international audience is not growing by that much. Your pay-per-view buy rates, one of your staples of business, is continuing to decline. And all the while, you've been trying to launch a WWE network for more than 2 years and still haven't gotten off the fucking ground. And you're going to reward these people? You're going to promote your family? You're going to promote these other people that have been a part of the cycle of shit, of mediocrity that the WWE has been for the past decade plus? Good Christ almighty. No wonder the WWE is going to hell.